What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about Sundial stock and the potential delisting that could be happening in 2 weeks for Sundial growers. Now, you'll note that the delisting date that Sundial has is August 8th, and today, being July 25th, means that there are about 14 days in between now and then, just exactly 2 weeks until Sundial is potentially delisted. Now, there are a couple of things that are likely, in my opinion, to stop this. In fact, one of them is almost certain to stop it, and that being the special shareholder meeting that is happening today. Now, this meeting was originally meant to happen on July 21st. However, they were unable to reach a quorum, meaning the necessary amount of voters to actually have the meeting. Only 12.9% of the shares were represented on the 21st, and that wasn't the 25% that was necessary to actually have this vote. So they postponed the meeting by 4 days, and based on the votes cast by proxy on the 21st, all resolutions currently have the requisite levels of support from shareholders, meaning that the resolution to potentially do a reverse split with Sundial stock has enough support if the current votes stay the same. Now, under the bylaws of the company and the interim order, those shareholders who attend the meeting on July 25th in person or by proxy will constitute the quorum, meaning that no additional people actually need to show up today to actually cast their votes for the meeting to go through and for all resolutions to have the levels of support necessary to pass. Meaning that if today, the results of this meeting, if a bunch of voters didn't come in and vote against the resolution to do a reverse split on Sundial, then that is most likely what will end up happening with Sundial stock. Now, the consolidation ratio is somewhere between 10 to 1 and 25 to 1. It's going to be up to the management to decide. And you can see currently Sundial is trading at 31 cents per share. So they could potentially do a 10 for 1 or a 1 for 10 reverse split, where their share price would go up to about $3 per share and you would have 10 times fewer shares, or a 25 for 1 reverse split, which I think would make their share price close to $8.50 if I'm not mistaken, or maybe $7.50 actually, $7.50. And then you would have 25 times fewer shares. So all in all, it doesn't actually change the fundamentals of the stock. It doesn't change how much value you have in your account necessarily. We've already made a video on this where we've discussed what a reverse split is, how it works. I'll pin that video at the end if you guys are curious and figuring out more about the exact specifics of what goes on during a reverse split and how those shares are calculated and whatnot. But it's a fairly simple process. Essentially, they'll just take shares and cram them into a smaller number of shares, but raise the share price by the same ratio of shares that they're cramming into one. So all in all, somewhat simple, but it is likely, in my opinion, that we're going to see this reverse split happen, especially because the vote was happening around 8 a.m. today, I believe. 8 a.m. today. And we'll probably hear the results of this meeting sometime soon, maybe by the end of the day, maybe sometime tomorrow. But all in all, it's looking like a situation based on what we see here that it's probably going to happen. We're probably going to see that reverse split. Not necessarily the worst thing in the world if it keeps them listed on the NASDAQ. Overall, you really don't want Sundial to get delisted from the NASDAQ because that is what gives them so much reach and allows so many retail traders and investors to access Sundial. And that would overall be a very bearish thing for them. It would stop a lot of new potential buyers from coming in when legalization and catalysts related to that end up going through. And all in all, would probably not be the most ideal situation. Unfortunately, it's never great to see a reverse stock split, but it is keeping Sundial on the market. And at the end of the day, in my opinion, that's a little bit more important than not doing a reverse split if that's what needs to be done. It's unfortunate that we couldn't get the price above $1 by the deadline, but that's just what happens sometimes. And all in all, I'm still going to be holding my Sundial shares through the reverse split. That's my plan, at least. Obviously, not financial advice, just my personal opinion, what I plan to do with it. And other than that, guys, keep in mind, not financial advice once again, just my opinion, just some news on the reverse split and all that. If you guys appreciate it, feel free to subscribe to the channel or hit the like button. And other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.